AltSwitch is a blockchain-based company creating the future of decentralized apps and services. Carl Munsayac is the CEO and co-founder at AltSwitch. So hello, Carl. We're very happy to have you and AltSwitch dito sa podcast.
Hi, Johnny. Same here. We're very grateful for sharing this wonderful platform of yours, startup. I love what you're doing, and we want to add value on that.
Yes, and I also love what you're doing no, as one of those PH Web3 startups. Pero let's start with the first question, Carl. So ano nga ba ang AltSwitch?
Yep. Basically, of course, as a builder, we have a very huge vision, pero we don't want to overwhelm our viewers with all of our ideas. But basically, just to wrap everything, an overview. We're a decentralized startup-based company building an ecosystem of different apps and services that will run through decentralized. We embrace the decentralization, and not just that we're building, but we're also doing an ecosystem that supports itself. How? Basically, our token it functions like a dividends. So when I say alts and services, so these are like gears. So for every movement of our token transactions, a portion of it channels back to the community. So basically, how would that work? So let's say I am let's say a holder, right? Because there are three people involved in here. One is let's say enterprise or a business owner who receives the token. One is a consumer or a token holder at the same time who use our token to consume it to our business owner. One is just a regular holder doing nothing, just holding our token. So what happens is when a consumer utilizes our token, then pays to a business owner that utilizes our decentralized apps as well, a portion of it channels to all of the community. So, yung holder, ano mangyayari doon? Yung holder right now probably wala pa siya masyadong capacity. 'Di ba? Possible malit pa lang yung hawak niya. But just because of holding, eventually he will increase his capacity and therefore will be able to contribute to the ecosystem. So it's a cycle and goes back to the
Just a question lang, no? Is this yung kumbaga proportional ba dun sa amount na meron yung holder, yung mapupunta sa kanya na nanggagaling from those transactions? May...
It depends what kind of transaction it is. Dun sa mere buying on an exchange, there's a higher tax, right? Yung kumbaga the initial one that you're gonna be purchasing Alt's token, but it's gonna be different as well if you're just gonna be transferring. Like for example, our goal is if it's just a person, let's say wallet to wallet transfer, it doesn't have any tax. Basically, you just transfer it. But if you're gonna be transferring it on a business owner, there are a lesser tax, which is the revenue model of AltSwitch. Ang mangyari doon, it will just offset. So instead na kami yung kikita doon sa business owner, yung kikitahin doon mapupunta sa community.
Yeah.
Just utilizing our own token.
Yeah, and good thing you've said, no, it's actually tax. Actually, that's one thing, no, that I think people should understand about kung ano ba yung pinagkaiba-iba ng mga lahat ng crypto projects and ecosystems na to. Very important dito yung economy or if yung tokenomics, some people call it. Pero I think that's one of the unique things I think maybe about AltSwitch, yung how you use those tokens to provide tax na maaaring maging incentive or sometimes it can parang really control no, how people transact, how people, kumbaga, paano nag-flow yung energy dun sa ecosystem. No? But maybe that's how AltSwitch design really is. So that's actually what I really want to ask. No? Kasi ang dami, hindi mo madami, siguro like 7 or 8 na ang na-interview ko mga Filipino Web3 startups dito sa podcast. So what really do you think sets you apart from all of this? Medyo straightforward yung aking question, pero I think we have to put it right.
No worries. Well, of course, pinakauna dyan as a startup, it's very important that your team kumbaga, stands out from everyone. So in this way, we made sure all of the members, the co-founders, are here to provide an excellent job for AltSwitch. Then at the same time as well, yung experience namin. Kasi we're gonna be trying to be solving something that is being experienced with others as well. And the best way to solve a problem, dapat kami din naintindihan namin. We also experience it. Later on, I'll expand on that, but not now. Parang di tayo, no? So, and another one is yung problem that we're trying to solve. By the way, it's not about a competition na I'm better or somebody else better than somebody else. But we all have different problems that we are solving. We all have different niche market. And it's just how do we all contribute together to make the whole cryptocurrency blockchain space something that will be more inclusive to all the community, kahit yung mga hindi cryptocurrency holders. So, the problem, yun. And later I will expand on that as we go through.
Parang yun nga daw yung essence ng Web3. Parang the more people, the more builders are in the space, the stronger the larger ecosystem of ecosystems become. And before we go deeper sa AltSwitch din as a startup, as a token, let's define first ano nga ba ang ibig sabihin ng decentralization, decentralized apps, and parang yung main technology behind this yung smart contract. So parang ilatag muna natin ito para later pag nag-discuss tayo ng medyo mas in-depth, mas magets ng ating mga listeners.
Yeah, sure. By the way, medyo ikukwento ko yung journey ko dyan. Just an idea of everyone. I was a financial advisor before going to cryptocurrency. So I was doing stocks, VUL, some UITF, so different types of investment vehicles. But then, of course, one of those will be cryptocurrency. Before, I only thought of cryptocurrency, like, for example, you just converted your money into digital and you just use it to pay, and that's it. Kala ko ganun lang. But when I go deeper into the blockchain stuff, the cryptocurrency, that's where I bump into smart contracts. Dun na lumawak yung, dun na parang, wow, ganito pala kalawak ang blockchain. It's not just Bitcoin, it's not just Ethereum na i-convert mo, then you will have something that you can say investment or something that you could say na magagamit mo pambayad. But it's because of the smart contract. Basically, ano ba to? It's just a code of logic. Kumbaga, it's a financial system. You can, let's say, in smart contract, everything that you're doing manually that involves financials, kunyari yung paluwagan, di ba? Baka possible i-code mo yung logic ng paluwagan. Okay? Kaso syempre, pag nagpapaluwagan, medyo napapaisip ka, sinong hahawak ng pera? Nung pool. Di ba? Ngayon, mapapaisip ka na, parang di ako kampante dito sa taong to. Parang pagdating na ng sahod, wala nang ibibigay kasi ginamit na niya. Di ba? So, yun yung problem ngayon ng centralization. And that's where we go to decentralization. The fact that you coded it, the whole system na let's say, pag ganito nag-deposit to, sa kanya mapupunta. The fact you coded all of those mechanics and then you entrust it to the blockchain system. Therefore, it becomes decentralized. Ngayon, wala nang taong involved, wala nang centralization. You just trust the money. The money is there. Once these criteria are met, it will release the money. So, as plain as black and white. Kung ano yung nilagay mo, ano yung rules nun, yun ang mangyari. There will be no human intervention. And that answers decentralization.
Yeah, I really like yung example, no? let me just say that yung palawagan. It's true kasi sometimes maybe parang if that person na may hawak ng pera maging actually it's bias, it's two things, it's bias and yung parang risk na ma-compromise mo. Itakbo niya lahat ng pera, 'di ba? So, I think kung code, 'di ba? Kung talagang code lang, batas na andyan, mangyayari siya at mangyayari kahit kumbaga walang human emotions, walang human judgment, it's just really strict code. So, that's really I think how. Yeah.
And that's just one example. When I say as a general, anything that involves money, may it be payroll, may it be in the company, may it be any financial system, you can do it there.
And it's amazing no that you have actually a finance background kasi right now it's called like centralized finance kasi sa bangko for example, meron tayong mga bank people for example, mga middlemen na nag-handle ng transactions. I don't know, maybe sometimes may mga compromise dyan pero maybe if it's all code, your money can just be sent, can just be exchanged anywhere. I think that's what they call DeFi. Is this right?
Yep. No human intervention. Kasi pagka nawalan ng 1,000,000 bangko, i-declare ba nila yun? Siyempre, tatakpan nila yan kasi yung credibility nila
Credibility, tama. That's another thing na maaaring na re-remove, na eliminate ng smart contracts.
Yeah.
AltSwitch also no is parang a smart contract ecosystem. Sorry if my terms are a bit wrong. You can correct me on this kasi you're in the crypto space talaga. Pero I just want to ask, parang given the other famous, popular like Ethereum, Cardano, Solana, yun yung mga binibili natin tokens, diba? So parang how really are you different? How really are you maybe trying to level up or parang to change pa what they're currently doing? Or are you just really parang go-focus kayo sa particular niche? Can you just share parang what really makes you different naman from the crypto space talaga as a whole?
Yeah, sure. I think this will also be helpful to our viewers ng Startup Podcast PH. So guys, kung eto, this is an explanation that I did to myself just for me to understand the whole thing as well. All right? So basically, itong mga nabanggit ni Johnny na let's say Ethereum, Solana, these are coins. All right? Kumbaga, yung ibig sabihin ng coins, ito yung parang main money no system. What's the system? It's the blockchain, the ledger, the network. Okay? Halos isa lang yun. Network, let's say, si Ethereum, may Ethereum network. Yung Ethereum network, may coin yan, Ethereum. Under Ethereum, there will have a lot of tokens. Okay? Yung tokens, one example, let's say, itong sikat na Shiba Inu, si ano pa ba, si Axie is actually a token under Ethereum because it runs under Ethereum network, di ba? So paano ba to? Halin tulad natin, kunyari, let's say the system is the Philippines, okay, the main coin is peso, okay, ayun yung nagsisirculate sa lahat, okay. Ngayon, what's now the token? Let's say pumunta ka sa casino, di ba? There's a microsystem that's happening on the casino. Ngayon, ang gagawin mo, yung peso mo, ipapalit mo ng chips. Di ba? So, eto, yung chips nila, it works on their system, on their own microsystem. So, ganun yung token. Kunyari, yung token, let's say Axie, it works within the Axie game economy. All right? So, to answer how we are different, for us, it's also because of what we're doing. Okay, it's not again. It's never our inspiration that. Yes, it's good to compete, but I think it's better to complement. All right. When I say complement, you are complementing their success that they were able to build and build on top of that. You're not building from scratch, right? So what we do basically with AltSwitch is we're doing a little wallet ecosystem specifically for enterprise. All right. So how will that work? All right. So let's say you have a Bitcoin, he has an Ethereum, he has let's say different kinds of wallets that they're using. All right. All of us probably cryptocurrency users at the end of the day, we are considered consumers. Yep. Even if we hodled this investment for 10 years, 20 years, there's a reason for that. Because probably we wanted a bigger, let's say, bigger purchase. Let's say a car, a house, a retirement. But at the end of the day, we are gonna consume them. Right? And the question now, when we're gonna consume them, how? Bitcoin yung pera mo. Gagamitin mo pambili ng something. Paano mo ma-achieve yun? Diba? Right now, if you're gonna do that, it's very, very inconvenient. Do you agree, Johnny?
Yeah.
Have you tried? Or let's say you have a crypto, then gagamitin mo siya. to your day-to-day, what
Mm.
are you gonna do?
Yeah. Actually, let
Diba?
me share lang siguro some example. Before I bought Engine Coin. Tapos si Engine Coin kasi ay nagbibilong siya sa Ethereum ecosystem. It's also a Ethereum based token. Sorry if my terms are wrong.
Yep.
Ngayon, nung may Engine wallet ako, hindi ko ma-transfer paalis si Engine Coin doon kasi kailangan ng Ethereum. So, ang nagiging problema minsan ay ang daming different tokens na kailangan tapos kailangan pa i-convert sa kung ano-anong mga bago ka makapag-transact or something. So, yeah, can you
Yeah.
continue your story about that?
Yep, yep. I think to add up to what you were saying as well, yung gas fee din, yung
Mm.
transaction fee. Like for example, with Ethereum, though Ethereum is very good, however, their gas fee would not make sense to enterprise. Why? Because let's say if you're trying to purchase 10 peso worth of product, then your gas fee will be 500 pesos and above. So that would not make sense. So it will not fit. Therefore, doon pumapasok yung mga ibang networks. Alright? So, ang yan, that's where we come in the picture wherein we empower enterprise so that you'll be able to utilize whatever crypto, may it be Cardano, Solana, or Bitcoin, to directly use it to consume.
Yeah, and now I have an idea. Kasi nagtataka din ako, medyo philosophical tayo ng onti Nagtataka ako before, bakit mga bansa iba-iba ng currency? Hindi ba mas madali na parang same currency na lang yung buong mundo, for example. Tapos, with what you said now, I think na-realize ko na baka nga sa iba't ibang applications, sa iba't ibang markets, iba't ibang niche, mas maganda na may specific rules for tokenomics na parang, for example, sa AltSwitch nga, di ba? The more people spend, mas malaki yung tax na share back to the community. Maybe iba't ibang applications, iba't ibang industries, iba't ibang
I agree.
places, whatever enterprise for in AltSwitch case ay may sariling logic na magbe-benefit yung buong ecosystem, yung buong
Yeah.
community.
Yep.
Yeah, that's
Sa Dubai nga, walang tax eh.
yeah, actually yun nga, 'di ba?
I mean, probably wala or very minimal.
Yeah. Sa ngayon kasi yung mga iba't ibang currency, Philippine peso sa Dubai, sa Japan for example, they vary not just in the physical in the physical itsura, pero yung how the government regulates and handles them. So, I think yung pinagkaiba-iba ng mga layer 1 ecosystems at Ethereum, Cardano, AltSwitch, ayun nga, yung tokenomics and yung rules behind kung paano ito nag-flow sa ecosystem.
Yep.
I'm liking this conversation. Pero punta muna tayo sa
Yeah.
backstories, Carl. Kasi I'm very curious. You said na you're a financial manager before, no? So you know a lot of things about finance. How did you learn about blockchain? Parang, did you study blockchain? Did you go to finance first, then study blockchain, then start AltSwitch as a startup? Or you're a finance manager, then you wanted to make a startup, so you studied blockchain. How does these things, kumbaga, play?
Okay. I think it's ang pinaka-nauna dyan is kasi wala pa nun si cryptocurrency. I mean, hindi pa ako nun sa cryptocurrency. Ang pinaka-nauna dyan is the entrepreneurship. Right? Just a quick idea regarding that. Since I was high school, that's when I already started doing different kinds of businesses, buy and sell, especially when you're at school. School shirts, you're gonna be if somebody from your classmates is selling shirts, I'm one of those. Right? Yung mga so those are the things that pinagkakaano ko. Even then, that's where I also had experience of getting some investors already. But this time, of course, it's just my classmates. I'm asking them, if you can invest on my production, I'll be able to minimize my production costs, but I will not make money from your money. It's just I'm gonna be utilizing a minimal cost because I have a big order and big capital. So and I shared the opportunity with them, and I also sell stuff. I remember I was able to sell bulletproof as well with one of my lawyer professor. So there's a lot of things, buy and sell. I was also had an experience trying to, what do you call this? Participate on a bid on a on a government projects, because these are the things that really excites me, right? And um all of it, it's because it inspires me with these unicorn companies, right? I've analyzed how come Facebook or Amazon, Google, or this top 10 or top 50 top 100, most of them are digital web 2 companies, right? At dinaig pa nila yung mga industrial companies that were there for a very long time. And sila, nung nag-internet boom lang, 10 years, 15 years, 20 years, then they're right there at the top, right? But it's not just because of the money, right? It's because of the impact na nagawa nila, right? Impact in a way, it made everything easy. They made sure that they made a mark on the history. And because of that, they were able to open a lot of jobs, right? Kasi naniniwala ako, if you want to help a person, you have to increase your capacity para madami ka matulungan, right? First, you help yourself increase the capacity. Kasi kapag lahat ng meron ka, binigay mo na, you're gonna be back from the ground. At hanggang dun ka na lang. Laging paisa-isa na lang natutulungan mo. Pero paano kung lahat kayo na same-minded people, you have the same vision, you were able to build a huge company, and out of those, ang daming trabaho na bigay mo. Those people who were looking opportunity, you were the one na naging, what do you call this, stepping stone for them to develop as well, inspire them. So, yun yung mga bagay na magmula na bata pa lang ako parang itong gusto kong gawin. Alright. So, over the years, it's all about how do I achieve this, the goal since childhood. From becoming a corporate secretary of a construction corporation, purchasing head, I've tried to gather all the experience, even if the pay is not really good, but I'm there for the experience, exposure. Then I've transitioned on to becoming a financial advisor because I want to study money more. Because if you want to do best on money, you have to study it very well. And this is where I saw the opportunity. Actually, medyo ano nga ito eh. Sorry kung medyo mahaba yung ano ka.
Go ahead.
Na-excite lang ako kasi lahat talaga to pinag-isipan ko na ano yung strategical way. In a way na tipid, na doable. Syempre, I'm coming from I don't have unlimited resources. So I have to be resourceful. Right? So, yung pagiging financial advisor, I saw that an opportunity in a way that one is I can do it to help others, right? And at the same time, I'm being compensated for helping more people. Diba? Kasi you're trying to educate them in terms of financials. Eh. The better you do it, the best that you are compensated. Next naman is yung mga trainings. Without this, you're gonna be paying for tons of trainings. Yung workshops, babayaran mo yan. But because you became a financial advisor, the company educates you and equips you as the best financial advisor for free. Minsan may pagkain pa nga. Alright? Pero kidding aside, yun lahat yung iniisip ko wherein, yun, check lahat to. So, magagawa ko to. Tapos, nung nasa financial industry na, ayun, yun yung tulad nung nabanggit ko kanina, na link na into cryptocurrency. Tapos, nung nasa cryptocurrency, nung nakita ko yung nakwento ko sa'yo kanina smart contract, na anything, you can code it as a smart contract. That's where I saw a golden opportunity. Wherein, itong naiisip ko, pwede ko pala itong i-implement sa smart contract, i-run on the blockchain for a less cost, and it would involve a lot of people and it will already be inclusive across the world. Di ba? Kumbaga, borderless na yung reach mo eh. Doon ko nakita ulit yung check. Okay, let's do this.
Wow.
Ito na yun.
Yeah, I know that feeling no, na parang biglang may opportunity na parang that's what you've been waiting all along in your life na check.
Yeah.
Ano. So in this case, I think it's decentralized finance. I think that's one of the revolutionary things in this generation. Going to AltSwitch naman as a startup kasi I believe or I think now very important din yung pag-build ng community. I'm not sure about it really, but parang can you just share kumbaga yung story no going forward, and then recently you launched nga yung inyong token, yung inyong publicly available token na actually pwedeng ma-avail, pwedeng mabili ng anyone. So can you just go forward along the story and tell more about building up AltSwitch?
Yep. Of course, when you're gonna be doing a community, or for anything that you're gonna be doing and at the same time, coming from my background as a financial advisor, malaking bagay yung planning, financial planning. So everything goes with the planning. So I was able to bring these characteristics. For us to be able to serve a huge community seamlessly, it will require a lot of planning. Kumbaga, it may look very easy on public, but behind the curtains, there's a lot of things that happen. Like pag ito nangyari, how can we make sure? How can we make sure the quality? What do we do kapag ganito? Kumbaga may mga troubleshooting na eh. Diba? And at the same time, and when you're gonna be facing a community, you have to be genuine. Especially on the decentralized space. Wherein ang daming anonymous, minsan ginagaya pa si Satoshi Nakamoto. Si Satoshi nga hindi mo kilala, kami pa magpapakilala. So yung mga ganun eh. So again, if you're really serious about what you are doing, why would you hide? Diba? You have to be genuine. You have to be confident. And at the same time, ito yung pinaka-importante. You have to be transparent and able to educate your community well in a way na maintindihan nila. Because crypto, blockchain, it's super technical already. Right? And because of these technicalities, dito nagkakaroon ng ng parang misunderstanding, probably yung iba na scam tapos dahil doon sinumpa ka na, which is hindi mo naman ginawa. So there's a huge community responsibility in making sure that they are well educated. The way that you deliver it is in a way that it will be understandable from their side, and at the same time, transparency. Since everything is on the ledger, what we do, like for example, even if nobody will be asking, we already do it. Like for example, kapag may mga nakikita na foresee na namin na baka ma-confuse yung iba, even if they are just minority of the group, we would already tell them na ganito yan. We will educate them. And doon, you're able to provide a credibility and confidence na nandun yung sincerity mo, na you don't want to confuse them, but you want them to understand more. And
Yeah, and napapaisip ako now, no? Kasi ang main difference ng cryptocurrency sa fiat currency what we have now is si fiat currency, for example, Philippine peso, government ang nagre-regulate. So maybe hindi ganun kakailangan ng education within the people kasi alam naman nila na the government will always handle it no matter what. I'm not sure. Pero with cryptocurrency, yung pera ay hawak ng tao. Yung pera ay rin-regulate somehow ng tao. Decentralized nga, diba? Ito yung essence ng decentralization. Kaya I think ito yung importance ng true understanding of people. Kumbaga, kung may hawak ka na token, dapat naindahan mo how it really works and how its tokenomics really work. I think this is why most of the popular crypto founders, for example, sa Cardano, si Charles Hoskinson, every day, I'm not sure if every day, merong live video. So, I think it's parang to spur to show the transparency, and parang that's really the trust. That's really how you build the trust, and that's really how you entice people na may value itong inyong token. Speaking of the token, if people want to buy the token, Alts, is it named Alts ba? How can
Alts.
people buy? Where can people buy? And then can you just share paano kayo nag-launch? Kumbaga, paano nyo in-offer ito publicly? How was the story behind launching the ALTS token?
Yeah, yeah. Okay, let's say dun tayo dun sa how it launched. So how it launched, like what I said earlier, it was a lot of preparations, coordinating with different people, and at the same time, yung pag-launch namin na yun na pre-sale, that's actually our first time to do with uh the pre-sale, and at the same we also tried to, how do you call this, raise 1,000 BNB, yeah,
Hmm.
noong January. And okay, later ko babanggitin yan. So yun, may mga yung mga launchpad at the same time. Then we did a lot of AMAs as well, to introduce AltSwitch. Tapos ang nakakatuwa doon kasi I think we only had around 1 month or less than a month from the time that we announced it on the public and the time na we would raise that amount. So nung ni-raise na namin yun, it only took, I think, 80 minutes 80 minutes to fill 1,000 BNB. And when we launched, naalala ko pa noon, the video calls, it was around, I'm not sure kung 500 people nasa video conference across the world. So it's very, very, na wow, ganito kalaki yung, yung community. Tapos,
So, saan
go ahead.
nanggaling yung pre-sale? Sino yung mga bumili? Sino yung mga nag-attend ng pre-sale? Sorry if I mean, have you been building that even before pa? Ganun ba siya nag-work? Or have you been building those community marketing it out even before? Much, much, much before?
Um, Minor part of the pre-sale, of course, from people that we know, who we also trust. Of course, ayaw namin yung they participated on pre-sale, but then right after we launch, bigla na lang sila magbebenta na.
Benta.
So we made sure that we have these private investors na these are some friends, some family members na kampante kami na they would hold with us. Kasi ito yung mag-hold ng price eh. Diba? So this is a very important foundation. At the same time, nung public pre-sale naman, majority of the pre-sale as well, there are random people that we met from multiple communities across the world. We had some AMAs from US, UK, from Dubai, from Turkey, iba-ibang groups eh. So, doon mo makikita talaga na wow, if you're gonna do this, probably mahirapan ka kasi naisip mo baka local lang yung reach mo. But since it happened on the blockchain, you're able to share the opportunity across the world and tinutulungan ka nila and they're there to support. So, ganun yung nangyari. Tapos, when we launched, it got listed on PancakeSwap. It's Binance Smart Chain Decentralized Exchange. That's the top one exchange of BSC. So, dun muna namin inanin liquidity namin. Tapos, we are now on a pace of our token wherein we had to upgrade it. Upgrade in a way that the token should adapt to the developments of our product. So basically, ano ba tong product na to? Ito yung enterprise wallet for enterprise. Alright? Kasi tulad ng nabanggit ko kanina, there's a lot of wallets. Alright? And we don't want to compete anymore with those wallets. Right? Pero yung mga wallets kasi, let's say yung soft wallets, they're more of a B2C. Alright? Like for example, you have your MetaMask, Trust Wallet. Those are designed only for your personal custody, send and transfer, and that's it. Right? However, I remember I'm also utilizing the same. Nung bibili ako ng gadget ko, in-upgrade ko yung laptop ko kasi madami ng trabaho. So, kailangan nakakasabay yung bilis ng laptop. So, nandun ako sa counter. Ako kasi yung taong mas pinagkakatiwalaan ko yung crypto. So I stored most of my money in crypto, may it be stable or not. Tapos, nung bibiling ko na, hindi kasi ako yung, magmula nung ganong crypto, parang hindi na ako masyadong nagpa-pile up ng fiat eh. So, ginagawa ko, I have crypto, i-convert ko right at the moment kung kailan ko lang siya gagamitin. Okay? So, nung binibili ko yung laptop na yon, nasa pila ako. Okay? Nung nasa pila ako na yun, nag-P2P ako sa Binance. P2P, person to person, pa nagbebentahan. Okay? For our audience. Tapos, it's the first time. Grabe. So, tumiming pa. It's the first time na I encountered a merchant na, let's say, yung P2P provider, na hindi nagre-reply. Right? Pero sinabi ko dun sa eto na yung laptop, pinunch na. Okay? So just imagine, katabi ko yung merchant, yung nandun lang ako, nakatingin ako sa cellphone ko, wait lang sir di pa po nagre-reply. Di pa po So nakakaya, ako inisip ko, may pambayad ba talaga tong si Carl? Bibili niya ba talaga yung laptop? Ako yung nantay ko yung reply ng tao. So, it already reached a point wherein I have to appeal. It was already more than 30 minutes. Just imagine, 30 minutes, nakatayo lang ako doon, waiting. Tahan lang kami ng tao. So, right at the moment, that's a problem na na-realize ko, it should be improved in the future. Alright? And if we ask these people based on our interviews as well with different backgrounds in cryptocurrency, we ask them, 5 to 10 years from now, what do you think ang kaya mong gawin sa crypto mo? Magagamit ko na siya pambili. Halos pambili. And on my day-to-day basis eh. Now, when I ask them, bakit hindi mo ba to magagawa ngayon? Hindi pa eh. Why? Kasi wala pang tumatanggap. Diba? So basically, if you know crypto, let's say I'm a business owner, may business ako, I can just create a soft wallet. Alright? And let's say I have business, I can now accept crypto payment. Alright? Kaso nga lang, I also have a friend, alright, who's using soft wallet, okay? Nanonood siya ng YouTube, ng, let's say, installation guide, gano'n. Tapos may napindot siyang link, okay? Do you know what? By the next day, he lost 600,000 pesos. Just by clicking a link, he lost 600,000 pesos. His crypto are on soft wallet. And this is just an individual case. Just imagine, in just a snap, wala lahat ng pera. Di ba? And does this look attractive for business owners? Like for example, may business ka, 10 million ang nandun, millions of money nandun. Pag na-compromise yung soft wallet mo, the fact that you know that your wallet is compromised, your money is already gone. Hindi yan parang, mahahack ako, imumove ko muna pera ko, tapos hackin mo na ako. Hindi ganun eh. Na-hack muna ako, nawala na yung pera ko, tsaka ko nalaman. Diba? And just an idea, yung mga big institutions na declared, okay, ito mga big institution lang ito, mga verified. It already amounted to, I think, dahil bumaba yung crypto, around $40 billion. Okay? $40 billions of dollars stolen assets just because nako-compromise yung soft wallets nila. And again, this does not look attractive for business owners.
Yes.
Right? If we want this 5 to 10 years to happen now, there has to be a better wallet infrastructure specifically for business owners. And that's where AltSwitch comes into the picture.
Yes.
So, if you want this to happen as well, and if you feel like you're also a business, let's say, even if you're not a business owner, right? Kasi kung business owner ka, regardless, because you're making money on traditional finance. But you are not making money from the cryptocurrency side. People are putting money in cryptocurrency, and there's no way for you to have a pipeline and capitalize on that.
Mm.
Right? So if you're a user, you're probably an investor or looking for something or something you think that will create an impact, or as a consumer ka lang, gusto mo crypto magamit mo in the future. Well, I'm trying to invite everyone who would want to help us be part of this journey so that we can make that a possibility as soon as possible.
Yes. Actually, yeah, first of all, no, share ko lang, no, na I can relate dun sa problem kasi, to be honest, ngayon ko lang i-share to publicly na nangyari din sa akin from my soft wallet, nawalan ako ng 100,000 worth, actually BTC siya na nawala. And
Wow.
then dati pa yun 2017, I think 2018 maybe. So now umangat na yung price niya. So medyo masakit
Sorry
yun.
to hear.
Tapos
Sorry.
I mean nakaget over na ako. And then I think one of the issues here kasi cold wallets, or I don't know, hard wallets ba ang tawag nila, yun yung mga physical
Device.
how do you call, device that people now use to store cryptocurrency. Pero ang problema naman is maaring matagal or bubuhatin mo, dadalhin mo pa, matagal maglipat if you want to buy a laptop.
Yeah.
So true na kailangan ng mga soft wallets na nasa smartphone, kumbaga na access sa smartphones. Now, ang problema sa soft wallets is yung security. So I think yun yung kumbaga trade-off that you're trying to solve with AltSwitch, yung smoothness ng transactions, mabilis siya malipat, mabilis siyang ma-convert, ma-access ng ibang tao, at the same time secure. So that's a big problem right now, I know, with the cryptocurrency space. And what I really like about what you've said with all these things, kasi you're focused on one niche for enterprises, for businesses, pero you're designing the tech, the architecture of AltSwitch, of its tokenomics, of how kumbaga yung taxation process kumbaga, and even yung wallet, even yung kumbaga yung alternative products pa na meron kayo within AltSwitch, all to solve those problems of those specific niche. That's really why I like AltSwitch now, and I'm sold kumbaga, I'm bullish. Wow.
Oh, thank you, Johnny.
Yeah, so I really want to say that, no, I'm really convinced, and I'm really happy that you get to share all of those things in this platform. So just to end this conversation, Carl, thank you really for all those sharings. What do you really see with AltSwitch pa in the farther future, maybe in longer pa? So parang ano ba yung nakikita yung future really for the crypto space in the Philippines, and how you're kumbaga disrupting really? I mean, are you also parang gonna venture beyond enterprises, or really focused kayo on solving or kumbaga allowing or providing enterprises to use crypto?
Yeah, sure. Basically, just to give you an idea, that since nasabi mo rin na are we just gonna stick with enterprise? Of course, the strategy, we have to focus one problem at a time, to deliver pristine quality to our users. But then, of course, AltSwitch basically it's the mother company. It's the whole ecosystem, right? And under that, that's where I told you there will be multiple gears that will be pushing this channeling of dividends to all the community. Kumbaga, ako, I consume, a part of my consumption goes to somebody on the community para magkaroon din siya ng pera. At the same thing happens to me as well. Somebody else is also consuming. I also receive from that. So, nawawala yung middleman. Right? Nawawala yung middleman na, okay, yung tax nyo, akin muna lahat.
Ililipat kayo
Tapos,
tax, exactly.
dito ko muna ilalagay, yung iba ibubulsa ko. Hindi ganon. Diba? Everything is happening in decentralized. So, since everything is coded, we are assured that 1:1 is going back to the community. It's not just to one person. It's the whole community. It's fair. It's just. Right? And at the same time as well, etong sa wallet enterprise, ang pinaka-vision ko dito, we want our infrastructure to be a standard infrastructure for all the businesses if they would want to have presence on the blockchain. What do I mean by that? If you're a business owner and you want to capitalize on cryptocurrency market. To be specific, 300 million users across the world and trillions of dollars in cryptocurrency. And you're not making money of that. If you want that to capitalize, okay, we want our infrastructure to be the bridge, okay, to be the pipeline. Para dito sa malaking dam na to na punong-puno ng pera ng mga taong at the end of the day, gagamitin din nila to buy something. We want to be the pipeline para magawa na to. At for you to be able to do that, you don't need a mobile number. You don't need a bank account. What you need is an address on the blockchain that is being provided by an infrastructure, providing the needs and demands of the enterprises tailored for them. Analytics, multiple authorization, request payment, everything that is enterprise related through our infrastructure, right? So we want this to be a standard na hindi in a way na ano lang siya na parang inisip kasi ng iba pag sinabing decentralized, no, gagawin namin to, wala kaming pake. Basta decentralized. Hindi ganun eh. Yes, it's decentralized in a way na walang control, even us, okay? But it is compliant to regulations as well. Compliant to government, okay? Let's say, paano ba mangyari yan? Okay, in the future, I'll just give you a glimpse of what we want to happen, right? I think government should not be threatened or be afraid of the blockchain because it would make everything easy for them, especially for tax collection. Since we're tapping business owners, all of their transactions will be immutable on the ledger. What comes in and out. So,
tax evasion.
yes, wala ka ng doubt dyan na ito pumasok ba talaga? Kasi what's happening now, everything is manual filing eh. Kaya nahihirapan. Kaya nga ang pagpa-file is batch by batch din eh. Kasi hindi ka na pwedeng araw-araw nagpa-file ka tapos araw-araw tax collection ka. Kaya batch by batch yan kasi mahirap siyang gawin ng araw-araw. Pero what if that part as well, we can design it on our infrastructure wherein it automates everything and the government has an assigned address wherein it collects automatically everything. So yung government will have less expenses now on auditing na iniisip pa nila may in-evade ka ba or ano. Kasi nandun na eh. Diba?
Actually, auditing costs.
Diba? And at the same time, less cost na rin sa itong operating cost kasi everything is operating on the blockchain. Yung recording, yung ano. So there will be less human intervention and there will be more security as long as we trust on the code and how the infrastructure.
Although, I really have to say, hindi na makakabulsa. Just kidding.
Yeah. And it's fair. Yeah, it's a win for business owners as well.
And for us, for everyone.
Yep. Kasi less hassle na eh. Diba? Wala nang papatunayan, nandun na eh. It's already on the blockchain.
Yeah, so basically, we're trying to move in a world that's fully digital. Matatrust natin na digital world. Walang compromise, secure, and kumbaga, para lang siyang, yun yung mundo na kung saan tayo nakatira. It's truly digital and I think we can do that nga. I actually agree. We can do that with decentralization. So, maraming salamat, Carl, for this conversation. If our listeners want to know more about AltSwitch, so how can they find more information? Maybe they want to buy the token. I'm not influencing anyone, financial advice, ano. So, pero if they just want to get access to what you are doing, to the community, so can you just share how can they connect with you?
Yeah, sure. I'd like to invite you because I'm very excited to share more. I know for a fact na this session may, even if we felt that we were able to tackle a lot, but the truth is there's a lot more to discuss. Because everything that is happening right now is an ongoing writing of our story, the story of AltSwitch, how AltSwitch will make the world a better place. Everything is ongoing. So I'd like to invite anyone in here who are listening na you can write it as well with us, right? So come to our community, right? We have Telegram. Me personally, I'm more of a Discord person dahil I'm a bit organized person. So I love everything the discussion uh are separated to one another. Unlike in Telegram, everything is just
Kalinya lang lahat.
a lot of talking. So that's why I'm more of a Discord person. So if you want to be there, but though I have my presence either way. And also of all of our socials, Facebook, Twitter, ang pinaka-consistent lang dyan, just look at AltSwitch Global.
Mm.
Okay? AltSwitch Global, hindi double L, hindi double G.
Yeah,
Beware of scammers. Kasi ang
yeah.
daming scammers.
Very
Yeah.
important.
There's a lot of scammers that lilituin ka sa pangalan tapos
Yung iba nga yung I ginagawang L, ay yung small L ginagawang big I or something.
yeah. So you have to be careful about that. Okay? So madami kami I had experience na scam sila ganyan. So I don't like anyone especially from your audience na maapektuhan nun. So be careful. Hopefully we're gonna get our verification soon. Sana. Yeah. Tapos, in terms of our token, right now, we hold the trading of our token. I don't encourage anyone on buying our token right now because we are at the middle of upgrading our alts token, which I mentioned earlier. But if you want to learn more about that, again, come to our socials. January, we launched January 18th. We're gonna have our anniversary getting very coming near. So that might be a same date as well of this upgraded token. So
Dapat na yun.
again, yeah. Also, medyo nasa last na part na tayo, diba?
Yes.
There's one thing na I forgot to mention. It's just for people to be proud as well, especially Filipinos. We actually named one of our products to be, di ba we're talking about enterprises, right? A wallet infrastructure for them. And the name of our product is Dikaha. Dikaha. So if you're familiar with Kaha, which is a cash register, Kaha. So which businesses use? Now we name it Dikaha because it's decentralized Kaha. Yeah.
Kaha.
Ayun. So thank you, Johnny, for this opportunity. It was fun discussing with you. I love what you're doing. I have to say that again. And I'm definitely your viewers are learning a lot from you.
Yes, and I
hope
think I think they learned a lot from this conversation. You really talked a lot of things about decentralization, and I really appreciate you sharing all of those things, and especially what really do you see for AltSwitch moving forward. So, maraming salamat, Carl. Thank you very much for spending some time with us dito sa Startup Podcast. Thank you.
Thank you. Bye.
Thank you very much to our 25 patrons. AskLexPH is our official e-learning partner. Get 5% discount on e-learning courses and certification programs on Lean Six Sigma, project management, data science, and many more using our promo code ALPHAXSUP. This episode is super powered by Pinoy IP Works, the intellectual property company advancing and protecting Filipino ideas. Packetworks, the leading enabler and only Internet of Things social enterprise in the Philippines. Looking for buy and sell online with Sigurado sellers. NutriCoach, the all-in-one productivity tool for dietitians and nutritionists. Benjoy's Food Products, the home of premium bacon ends, tapa, and tocino. And 8chain, an 8-in-1 cryptocurrency project building one chain at a time starting with MaxRep Workout and Earn. This episode is powered by Tuala, Hive Energy PH, ePlayment, Interleukin, and ROC.ph. Support us and get your brand promoted using the links in the description below.